Ladies and gentlemen, once again it's on. Torae is back in the building.
Taylor is also back in the building.
Yes, we are actually in a physical building right now. What up, Tay?
Oh, yeah, what's going on?
Chilling. I feel like I want to say like, how was your week? But I see you every day.
Every day.
Every single day, right?
But
the people. How was the? I didn't see you yesterday.
Nah, I was.
You was in your room.
Yeah.
You was Captain Caveman.
Yeah.
So we are back for the second installment of our podcast that is titled
IDK?
IDK. Now we don't have a title. So I've been putting out records for so long. I've been doing stuff so long independently. And the first thing I do anytime I come up with an idea, come up with a name, is to research it. Make sure nobody got it, you know what I mean? Trademark it, get it situated. And for some reason with the podcast, I did not do that. That was very stupid of me. So save it for the pod. It seems like it's taken out there,
Yeah.
Taylor. Somebody got that.
That's unfortunate because I really like that name.
You like that title, right?
Yeah, it caught on. Everybody was like, yo, save it for the pod, save it for the pod.
Yeah, mad people was hitting me like, yo, let's save it for the pod. You know what I mean? And now we got to come up with a new name. So when I put the post up from last week's show, we definitely said if you guys had suggestions for show titles, we will be open to hearing those. So we're going to run through a few of those. And then we also jotted down a couple titles of our own. Taylor, you got, how many you got?
I have 3.
You got 3?
Yes.
A strong 3, though?
2.5.
A strong 2.5. Okay, I got a couple as well. So I guess should we go through reading through some of the ones that the people suggested already?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested.
All right, let's see what the people.
I don't know how your followers are. I don't know if they like
Wow.
creative type. Like I don't know. Like
Wow, that's how you're gonna disrespect the audience, the fan base?
Nah. Live life, but
We don't know if they're creative or not.
I don't know.
All right, let's see. So shout out to my guy Easy Money. Shout out to the whole Boston. He said if the original name wasn't For the Record, you should rock that. How you feel about For the Record?
Yeah, I like For the Record.
For the Record is cool.
Wait, but
Rob Markman, they
yeah,
jacked me. Yeah, they jacked me
thing.
at Genius.
I didn't
You know
say
what I mean?
that.
You know what I mean? They jacked me at Genius. Shout out to Rob. So they have a segment called For the Record, something that they do called For the Record, even though that was the title of my album in 2011 and the docuseries and all that. But whatever. You know what I mean? Go ahead, run with that. Y'all get busy. So For the Record is kind of taken. Pooch E put How About TNT? Not sure if that was the original name you both went with. Obviously, we both T and T.
And T. Yeah.
How you feel about TNT?
That's kind of similar to something that I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So TNT is also like Dynamite if you used to watch cartoons and all that.
TNT.
Yeah, T.
Yo, sorry. I don't.
Taylor's slow today, ladies and gentlemen.
First of all, who's using Dynamite? Like, I wouldn't know that.
Dynamite, yo, like in the cartoons when they used to blow stuff up, the packaging came in and said TNT.
I watch anime and
all right, fine.
They don't use TNT.
Got you. Yeah, they mad advanced, right? They throw ninja stars and all that. Nunchucks.
Shurikens?
He said, all good vibes only. How you feel about good vibes only?
That's cool.
That's cool. It's a vibe. Shout out to my man, Dwayne D-Rock. He said, The Car Chronicles.
I heard that one a lot. I think you bounced that around a lot around the house. I'm still on the fence about that.
We're on the fence. We're on the fence about the Car
Chronicles.
Cool. All right, we can keep it moving. Quinny Too Much said Taylor Made Tour Guide Podcast.
That was long.
That's mad words. Mad words. Shout out to Littles. Littles also said TNT. And then The Weight of the World 203 said how about Our Daily Conversation or Daily Conversation.
Yeah, that's the one. That's one of the ones I had.
You like Daily Conversation?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the title. Well, first of all, that was the title of an album project as well. But we don't do this daily. We do it weekly.
Yeah, but it's not like nobody's really getting into like the specifics. You're like, hey, they're not doing it daily. They're a fraud.
So,
it's more of
we get away with it.
Yeah.
Daily Conversation every week. All
Yeah.
right. All right. So those are the few that we have. At the end of the show, Taylor and I run off our joints and we'll see what feels right, what sticks, and all of that. Daily Conversation. That could be something. I
like that one.
That could be something. We'll see.
Because that was the start of it all for you.
That is where it started. It's true. That is very, very true. All right. So let's get into this week's show. What we starting, Taylor? What we talking about?
We're talking about how Amir is no longer in Brockhampton.
Right. So last week we kind of delved into the whole Brockhampton situation.
Yes.
You gave us all the insight as a Brockhampton fan, or should I say former Brockhampton fan? I don't know where you at these days.
I don't know where I'm at these days either, to be honest with you.
But you gave us the inside scoop about what was going on with Brockhampton. So since then, Amir, the guy who was in all the controversy, has been voted out of the group, right?
Yes. It's kind of sad.
I mean, listen, you work your whole life. You hang with your homies. Y'all rocking. Y'all putting joints together. Y'all finally get to a place in a position of, starting to get notoriety in the business. And, they booked on shows. And, you got a major record label. and then they got to come to this really, really tough decision. You know what I'm saying? So I know that was crazy.
They're all best friends. I know Kevin especially.
Not no more.
No, yeah, I don't know, but Kevin especially. I know he was really close with Amir. So it is super sad to see him leave. But I think that he deserved it.
It was the best
Yeah,
decision.
it was the best decision. I think for the victims, for the fans that like wanted justice, for the group, for them to keep on moving forward. So it was the best decision. But
you feel like that's gonna like stall them at all, or you think they can continue to push forward?
No, because the way people was reacting when they kicked them out, they was like, this is ridiculous. These social justice warriors got this man out of a job. And it's like,
what do you think happens to a man now? Like, is he able to recover? Does he, you know what I mean, get back into, well, not back into music, but you feel like he continues to pursue music, or?
I don't know. He had some solo stuff before Brockhampton came together, so he might continue like some solo stuff, but I think he should just cool it for now.
Be cool right now.
Yeah.
Does he need to do like a public formal apology, or?
Well, no, he already apologized.
He did apologize.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said he's working on everything that's going on with him. So I think that's the first step.
Then that's good. How old is he, if you know?
I would say like 20. I don't know off the top of my head.
Right,
but,
but relatively young.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
20,
saying? Considering
21.
like, and that's when you make mistakes in your life. Granted, you know what I'm saying, like abuse is never okay, but I think when you're younger, you know what I'm saying, like that's when you make your mistakes and find your footing and find your way. And you got to give people opportunity to, you know, make an error, learn from it, and grow from it. You can't like condemn a person for the rest of their life for mistakes that they made, you know, in their teens or early 20s or whatever, man. So we'll see what's up with Amir Taylor. You will keep us updated with Brockhampton?
I will.
Okay, word up. Now I did see that they got replaced on Gov's Ball.
Yeah.
Pusha T took their place.
Which, if I was going to Gov Ball, I wouldn't be mad at.
You wouldn't be mad at that?
No.
Right, because you love the Daytona Project.
Album of the year.
No, so mad people was like chanting F Drake and all of that, man.
That's not funny.
I mean, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
I'm laughing, though.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You know, like, a lot of the audience is so fickle, too, man.
They are.
Like, those are the same people that's in the club dancing to Drake records. And
they're like,
yo,
I mean? Drake ended Pusha on Duppy. It's over for him.
Over for him. And then
that controller like, F Drake, F Drake.
Then that joint drop. What's the name of the joint? The story of Adidon.
Adidon?
Yo, so first of all, we didn't really get into the whole controversy of the Drake verse Pusha, because we knew so many people would talk about it. But now that the dust is kind of settled and the smoke is kind of clear, it looks like the beef is over. You know, Kanye put out a tweet saying no more beef. Jay Prince said he spoke to Drake and said no more beef, and Kanye said he told Pusha. You know what I'm saying? So what was your take on the whole thing?
I thought it was crazy. I didn't even know that they had beef, because this beef started like way like 2000s.
When you was barely on Earth.
Yeah, I was like 1.
So they've been beefing your whole life, basically.
Nah. Well, it didn't start with Drake and Pusha.
A lot of people would talk about, you know, it's kind of stemmed from Lil Wayne and the clips. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Me Too and the Bape controversy and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So there's been subliminals and joints going back and forth for years. And then Pusha kind of went for the death kill a couple years ago with the Exodus joint. I believe that was the name of it, the Exodus joint. And Drake hadn't really said anything, you know what I'm saying? No. Like, he kind of let it just be what it was going to be. You know, early in his career said he diss me, you never hear a reply for it, you know, but since then he's definitely been engaged in some lyrical warfare. But Pusha was definitely like a tough adversary, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's really lyrical, you know what I mean? Somebody who's got the respect, who's got street cred. You know what I mean?
Ruthless.
So, yeah, I think that could have went, you know, had they not nipped it in the bud, I think definitely could have went. It could have. I don't want to say it could have got off record, but I think on the record it would have got crazier. Especially where Pusha took it, like the levels that Pusha took it to was nuts. Man.
I heard it. I was like, oh my Jesus. I was like, I wasn't even in the beef.
You felt the shots though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. So he let the world know allegedly that Drake has a kid, and you know, if Drake did have a plan of how he was going to announce it to the world, that is all in shambles now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that it is wrong to hide a kid, A, and B, and like try to like put it out like a press release, like, oh, here's my Adidas shoe. I also have a son. Like, I feel like he deserves better.
He deserves better than
He deserves
his
own
more
separate.
more than an Adidas press run. But, I mean, when you under the spotlight and under the microscope like an artist of Drake's caliber, and people watch everything you do and all your relationships, you know, and then you do end up having a kid, I guess there is a process in how you want to announce it. And also, you know, to the flip side of that is like, is it everybody's business? Are you able to keep anything for yourself, something that's personal, like your first child, your first son? Are you allowed to tell people on your own time when you want and how you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, because everything you give to people so much, you give them music, you on Snapchat, you're on Instagram, you're giving them clips of your life. Do you keep something? Do you retain something? You know what I'm saying? Just for Aubrey Graham.
I think that's complicated because it is like part of your job. Like once you sign that record deal, you sign that publishing deal, you are giving a piece of yourself away. Right. So you gotta expect these things to happen. Like you can't just be like, oh no, I don't want this part of my life out, because now you kind of are the people's. So
the people own you. Sign a deal and now you at the mercy of the people.
Because they made you. They got you popular. They bought your records. They bought your merch. They went on tour. So without them, there would be no you.
Right. But also, you know what I'm saying? Because you're somebody who you'll see your favorite artist and you won't invade their personal space.
Yeah.
So you do understand there are personal moments and private moments. And like when we went to the Tyler concert, all 4 times that we went to see Tyler, the Creator, in concert, he's like, yo, take this picture right now and then put your phones away and live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So just enjoying a moment as a fan to an artist, or having an artist just be able to yo, all right, I'm turning off Drake. I'm Aubrey Graham now. I'm going to visit my son or whatever. I think that's fair.
No, of course it's fair. It is
fair.
It is 2 sides to it. I think that me personally, like what you said before, if I see my favorite artist, if they're in a complicated situation, they enjoying themselves, when I met Kevin at the Solange VIP, I was like, hey, bad time, sorry, just want to say, hey, love your music, keep on doing Brockhampton stuff. And then that was it. I didn't ask for a picture. I wasn't going crazy, because I knew that he was
like, beat it, she's about to do Cranes in the Sky.
About to do Tony. I knew he was enjoying himself. He was with his friends, and I'm not gonna be that fan. Hey, can I get a picture? It was just I met him. I know I met him. Right. I don't have proof that I met him, but
right. We just gotta take your word for it.
Yeah.
No doubt. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But as of right now, today, the beef is dead. So I guess we could talk a few things coming out of that. The Pusha T album is out. Kanye dropped his album as well. Oh, you know what? Before we get into that, though, a lot of people were talking about blackface, the blackface that Drake did on the cover, on the picture that Pusha used for the cover. What'd you think about that blackface?
I don't think it's a big deal, because Drake is black. I mean, he is half black. I mean, you shouldn't do it at all. Don't do it, just to be clear. But if you do it,
if you do at least be black.
At least be black.
I think the context counts too. You know what I'm saying? What was the context it was in? You know what I'm saying? If he was making a statement, this and this and that.
No, it was like a Jim Crow couture. You didn't see that?
I saw the T-shirt, but I think what he said was it was a part of when he was acting, him and his friend wanted to talk about the misrepresentation of artists or how unfair it was for actors, black actors of color. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a think piece. You know what I'm saying? And it was a part of a full project. So there was a couple other images of Drake in blackface. One where he was looking happy, one where he was looking sad. And again, I think the context of that tells a lot about
he wasn't doing it to be racist.
Right. Yeah, because and then also I think it's hypocritical that if you get mad at Drake for that, but he says the N-word. You know what I'm saying? It's really no different. If he's not black enough to do blackface, then he shouldn't be black enough to say the N-word in his records. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand with that, man. But just as a rule of thumb, don't be out here doing blackface.
Yeah, just if you have to think of yo, should I do this? Yeah, you probably shouldn't do it.
If you got to ponder if it's a good or bad decision, then it's probably a bad decision.
Yeah. Just a rule of thumb.
Just a general rule of thumb. Now we can go into Kanye West's Ye album. We can go out to Wyoming.
Yeah.
And all that.
I bet you Wyoming, they tax, they whole house, income.
Everything is up.
Skyrocketing.
He got Wyoming hot out here, man. So Kanye did drop his album according to the Twitter schedule that he put out, which I didn't think it was going to happen.
Me neither. But I'm proud. I'm proud he's sticking to his schedule. I think that's a real thing that bipolar people, because he did say that he is bipolar.
Right.
I think that's a real thing that a lot of bipolar people do. They make a schedule and they stick to it, so they don't have time to fall into a manic episode, or they don't have time to
got it. I ain't got time to spaz right now.
Yeah, they don't have time to spiral into these things. It's important to keep yourself to something and skip to that schedule, especially when you have a mental illness of any kind.
For sure. So how did you feel about Ye, the album? Did you listen to it?
I did.
You love it?
I don't love it.
You don't
I like it.
You like it.
It's good.
I don't know. I didn't hear it. I stuck to my guns, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of just got the word from people. Like, did he address any of the Trump, the MAGA stuff? And you know what I'm saying? Like, does it make sense for me to listen to it? Is anything in there speaking to the issues that got a lot of people not feeling him right now? And I felt like there was not any conversation about that, and so I skipped it.
He said that he had finished the album and then he went on TMZ, and that's when he said slavery was a choice. So then he went back to the album and was like, I'm going to take a couple lines out because it's like everything, the tension is so high. I don't want another reason for people to hate me. So he like took a couple lines out. So I'm sure he took out some Trump lines. I'm sure he took out some slavery lines. But I like it. It's really honest. It's a good, honest album. It's a good, like, mentally ill album. Like, he's like, no, that's like, he's coming out as mentally ill.
Is that bipolar rap?
No, I didn't say that. But he's coming out as mentally ill, and he's saying a thing that people would see as a disability. He thinks it's his superpower, which I think is really empowering for people with bipolar.
I got that, and I would have respected all of it, had not his support for Trump been so strong. From, saying he would have voted for him, to the meeting, to the MAGA hat, to slavery was a choice. It's just been like thing after thing after thing after thing that just landed on the opposite side of my general feeling, you know what I'm saying, and things that I feel like I want to align myself with. And again, as just being a huge Kanye West fan, it like hurt me to like kind of not rock with Ye. But yeah, man, he couldn't get into my streams. Couldn't get none of my streams.
He got into people's streams because all 7 songs, #1 on iTunes, #1 on Spotify. Like, right. He made the Billboard charts. So all y'all talking about we're boycotting Kanye. Half of y'all didn't boycott, because if y'all boycotted, he wouldn't be number 1 through 7.
A lot of people be fronting, man. I seen a lot of people going to football games last year too. Talk about now we ain't supporting the NFL. Seen them right at the game. I didn't do the NFL last year. It looks like I'm not doing NFL this year either. And until Kanye gets to a place where I feel like he's made it right or makes some amends and starts to rectify, you know what I'm saying, like just some of the wrongs that I feel like he's kind of put out there, I'm cool on Ye too.
But what do you want him to do?
That's a good question. What do I want him to do? I don't know. I just,
he can't take back what he said.
Nah, he can't. He can't. I think he could understand where him putting his support in that place and him kind of shining the light in that space. Understand the turmoil that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Understand the backlash that comes with it, and just like people's lives being uprooted. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's every day there's somebody out there committing an act based just purely on racism, and those are the same people that support 45. And a lot of people that were kind of in the closet or in the darks and the shadows with their racism and how they feel about people of color are coming out. And I don't mind that so much, because I definitely rather know who you are, you know what I'm saying, so I know how to deal with you. But it's when there's acts of violence against women, against kids. I saw this one thing that Sean King put up about this dude who got into a car accident and hit a black dude, and he was Snapchatting his friend and talking about it, and just real indignant. I just hit some nigger and this and this and that.
Whoa.
And you know what I mean? He was an avid Trump supporter, and like, it was crazy. And I'm like, when we get to that place in the world where there's a huge racial divide and there's a huge economic divide, and things are really black and white, you just can't, like, even like I said last week, even if you agree with some of the things he did, I can't even say he pulled himself up by his bootstraps, because he was basically born a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? But if you do, you look at, he had the odds against him, the chips were stacked against him. He went from a reality show and a business tycoon to the presidency. If you can look at that as inspiration, that's fine and dandy, but I don't think that overshadows the harm, that he's doing and causing in the world, and that people are, just like all of the just things that come along with it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't put my support behind that, and I can't put my support behind somebody who's putting their support.
But that raises a lot more questions, though.
Like,
do you think all Trump supporters are racist? Because I knew this one kid. He was like Italian, like he lived in Brooklyn, New York all his life, and he said that his family had voted for Trump, which is like cool, whatever.
Right.
But he wasn't racist. Like, I knew the kid. Like, it was at my old school, so it was a lot of Caribbean kids, a lot of, African kids, a lot of black people, a lot of Spanish kids. So I knew he wasn't racist.
Right.
His family just, like, they believe, like, his economic policies and,
right.
like,
I know. I'm sure there was a lot of people, rich people, that voted for Trump, because it made sense for them financially. I'm just more so just talking about the rest of the policies. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's good for business isn't necessarily good for humanity. You know what I'm saying? And, like, kind of going into your friend or your former classmate, he's a young adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, he lives in a household where people support Trump. So I'm sure some of that rhetoric trickles down into him, and it's kind of shaping who he is.
I'm sure his parents was racist, but he wasn't.
It's shaping who he is, right? But also he has his own mind, he has his own thoughts, and sometimes your parents are people that are set to influence you, can push you in a whole other direction from, what I'm saying, like, just because you see the difference and you understand, or like, yo, my best friend is Asian, or my best friend is trans, or whatever. So you looking at people for people and not, what I'm saying, like, what you've been programmed to believe. So that's I think we'll see the effects of this for a long time to come. They building the wall right now, and it's
has it been a year yet?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's been a year.
Oh,
it's been a year.
So
it's a lot of things going on. 3 more years and we out there. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Let's continue to move on. So where we at now, Tay?
We was at Kanye in Wyoming.
Right. Oh, Wyoming. So mad people was in Wyoming.
Yo, let's go to Wyoming.
Nah, I'm good. Mad
It looked beautiful. You seen the mountains?
I saw them on Kanye's album cover that he shot on his way to the listening. Yo, if that's not bipolar, I don't know what is. Like,
nah, it's just,
yo, I don't got no album art. Pass me your iPhone.
It's just, I spent $85K on push album art.
So
that was the budget.
Right, that's
for the year.
That's the budget for everybody's artwork for all of the albums.
I got an iPhone 10 and I got Photoshop. So
we gonna make it happen.
Snap.
Upload.
Done.
iTunes. Go. Yeah, Kanye's album cover is a shot that Kim Kardashian said that he shot right on the way to the listener. So mad people was there. Big Sean was there. 2 Chainz was there.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor was there.
Fabulous.
Fab was there.
Jonah Hill
was there. Chris Rock was there. Shout out to Vanessa from Double XL. She was there. I saw Ron Mills, the PD of Shade of Hip Hop Nation. He was there. Mad people was in the building.
Yeah.
Mad people. If I would have gotten an invite,
but
I did not. Nah, but I would have thought about it. I would have thought long and hard, like, yo, do I go to this? Am I a part of it? And I probably would have ultimately decided, nah, I'm not gonna make that move.
I would have went.
I know you would have went. Why?
Because I think it's more about the experience. Like, this is like the first Kanye album since all of this controversy. I'm sure it was like good vibes, good energy. I'm sure nobody was like beefing, whatever. I think it's more about like the cultural experience rather than like.
I get that. I mean, a lot of people I respect was there. Nas was there, you know. So, I just probably would have tapped out.
I value listening parties a lot. I've never been to one.
I'm about to say, listening parties is whack, though. Keep it a buck with you. Yeah, like, because people were talking and side conversations. The music is playing, but people really paying attention. I see now people are doing, like, these silent listening parties where they give you headphones, which is a whole other thing. So, yeah, but as a whole, listening parties is tight whack.
No, I've never been to one. If anybody want to like
invite you out,
invite me to listen to party. It literally is just like a party. Like, if you famous, you got a lot of your famous friends there. You got drinks, you got food. It's just like, it just seems like a good time, and you like enjoying this person's music, and you happy for them. So I think that's cool. It's just good vibes, good energy. Yeah, I mean, once upon a time, I would have jumped at the opportunity to go to a Ye listening party, but this time I think I would have passed. Especially in Wyoming, I'm sure it's in like a cabin.
I think it was in like on a farm or something, and I believe that they violated
wow sheep
all of the rules of it was supposed to end at 10. It didn't start till 9:30, and I believe the lady or the people who owned the ranch was like they had noise volume issues, and I mean, like, it got a little
I don't
crazy.
know what you expected.
Right. Well, you thought we was gonna keep it low? You think we was gonna keep it at a respectable value? Nah, turn that up, B.
Yeah.
So that's where we at with it, man. Maybe by next week, I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to the Ye album, but I haven't listened to it as of yet. But now this does give me hope for Tiana Taylor, Nas, Kids See Ghosts. Is that it?
Yeah, Kids See Ghosts is
supposed to be Friday.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I'm on summer break, so I don't know what day it is.
You don't know what day is what?
Yeah, but that's Friday.
That's supposed to be dropping this week.
This week, wow.
And I think that's Cudi was there. Cuddy was
Yeah,
there.
of
I
course
think
he was
that's done. I think that's done in the
I know
can,
a lot of people are excited for that. I know that, like, seeing all my friends react to the Kanye album and it's like, yo, this is what I needed. Like I know a lot of people that have bipolar disorder that's like, yo, this is what I needed. He's saying exactly how I feel. So I know that the Kids See Ghost album is gonna be, they're gonna be crying, they're gonna be falling.
As soon as they press play, just tears rolling. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll see. If the music, music is supposed to be therapeutic and help people and, you know what I'm saying, like get you through problems and get you through life. You know what I'm saying? Like there's supposed to be music for every instance and occurrence in life. So, if that can speak to a group of people who need it, then definitely more power to, Cuddy and Ye for doing that and delivering that message. So we'll see what's up, man. I'm still excited about Nas produced by Kanye.
Yeah, that's probably mad. Like
I'm bopping.
It's probably mad head bop,
I'm
neck break.
I'm bopping.
That gonna
Nas
be
and
like,
Kanye West.
I can't go to the gym today, babe, my neck. I was listening to that Nas X Kanye.
Absolutely. So that's supposed to be coming in the next couple weeks. This past weekend was Gov's Ball in New York City and the Roots Picnic. So what do we hear about Gov's Ball? Anything good?
I heard Gov Ball was pretty good. It got rained out, but they still had a good time.
Okay.
Travis Scott debuted a new song called
did he?
Stargazing. Yeah.
Word.
So I hope that's on Astro World.
Is it better than Watch?
Watch is good.
It needs to be better
y'all
than
fronting.
Watch. It needs to be better than Watch, beloved.
Watch was good.
All
And
right.
y'all lying. Like, it wasn't. It was good.
I didn't love it. I thought those three artists, I thought that record could have been crazy.
If they gave Uzi a verse, it would have been over.
All right, let's get back into Gov's Ball. So what went down? Trav debuted a new song.
Travis Scott performed. Eminem performed. Halsey performed.
Word.
That was cool. That was her first Gov Ball. It was the anniversary of her album, so I'm sure that was really cool for her.
That's hard.
Post Malone performed, and he wore white Crocs.
Are we sure he just didn't go shoeless? Could we tell? Could we tell a difference?
Nah, he was wearing white Crocs, and he had one of the biggest crowds. So Crocs aside,
like, he's big out here, man.
Yeah.
His album was #1 for like 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. He definitely got a huge fan base. So I've seen him perform a couple times, a couple different venues, man. So he definitely out here rocking. And then there was also the Roots Picnic out in Philly, which was filled with performances and controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it finally came to a head.
You team Uzi
Pause.
or team? I wish I could see my face. I'm in despair. Are you team Uzi or team Rich?
I'm team unity, man. I'm team peace and love.
That wasn't
man.
the answer I wanted.
It was. All right, so Rich the Kid is my guy. Like, that's my dude.
I forgot that y'all are friends.
Yeah, I've known Rich for years. Rich is one of the few people, like, because most rappers change their phones often. He will hit you with his new number. Yo, what up, big homie?
That's sweet.
I got a new phone. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be in New York in a couple weeks. Maybe we can get up. Like, never, listen to this record. It was never that agenda. He never was on that time with me. And that's one of the things I respected about him. Even before I really got into his music or before he had a hit record,
Yeah.
I respected his grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw him come from this label to that label to, this is long before he made it to Interscope, long before he had gold and platinum records. I just respected his hustle and his grind and the fact that he was personable. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I always rock with Rich the Kid. Uzi's music, I've rocked with since I heard. I always thought he made dope music. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to see them kind of beefing and bickering, I thought was whack. And again, it got a little somewhat physical out in Philly this weekend. So I know you team Uzi.
Now that you brought out like the Rich the Kid thing, like you do tell me like, yeah, like he texted me the other day. He's like, yo, so how you doing? Let's get up. I think that is really important. I think you do have to be like friendly and personable, especially like in the music business where it's all just like business. It is good to like have friends. So I do respect him for that.
And he hasn't changed.
That is very
since
important.
He's gotten famous. Like, after New Freezer blew up and The World Is Yours dropped and blew up and he was out of here. I texted him one day to ask him something and he hit me right back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so he, I gotta
He seems
respect
like a
that.
genuine
Because there's
guy.
a lot of artists out there. That's another story for another show. There's a lot of artists out there that get funny, that get brand new. I don't got beef with nobody. I don't want no smoke.
Oh. Yo, I heard the emphasis on
I
smoke.
don't want no smoke with the kid. But this is a friendly, family friendly show.
Yes.
So we're gonna keep it nice and keep it nice and sweet over here. Yeah, man. So if you didn't see, there's a video out there Uzi and I guess some of his people confronted Rich the Kid. Was that at a Starbucks? Was it legit Starbucks?
Yeah.
Like
You
legitimately.
seen the green apron?
Yo, that's crazy. And Rich is my man, but seeing him hop over that counter was definitely wild funny. I mean, so it's two sides to that, right? It's like, yo, you jumped over the counter, you were scared. That's one side. And then the other side is, fam, I'm going to stand there and get punched in the face and beat it by 7, you know what I mean? 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 people. Like, I did the smart thing, you know what I mean? So I got to respect, like, getting out of harm's way, but I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't funny because it was just definitely wild funny. They called him Rich the Barista. It was mad comments like, yo, let me get a mocha latte. Like,
New frappe?
Yeah, let me get the new frappe. Yo, you stupid. Yeah, man. So I want to see them figure it out, work it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was cool at one point. I want them to get back to that space. And I saw a tweet. Damn, I'm bugging right now because I don't have it. But there was a tweet from 21 Savage, man. And his tweet was super dope. He was just talking about the unity. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get together. They don't want to see us win. They don't want to see us getting money. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Well, it all started because, oh, I see it right there. It all started because Rich was, like, accused of taking Uzi's style, and Uzi was accused of taking Rich style.
Right.
Because, you know, like, but, like the colorful dreads, the whole, like, black rock star thing, which is, like, I get that, but, like, at the same time, so many other people have that. It's, like,
yeah.
It
And there's
really
nothing new under the sun. There's no new ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, if that was the case, I'd be mad at everybody. Because I feel like there's been so many things that I've wanted to do, like, thoughts I've gotten to put into the universe, and I see other people do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, just let me know I was on the right path. And just keep grinding. So 21 says, I wish everybody come together and kill all this beef. They want us to kill each other, especially now since we young and rich.
That's the real 21 Savage?
That's 21, man. And
All
I thought it was dope. I thought it was a dope message. I posted it. I got a bunch of comments, people saying, oh, but he make music. And I'm like,
Yeah, don't you got a knife tattooed in between your eyebrows?
He definitely has. It's a knife. It's a knife.
It is a knife.
His last name is Savage. You know what I mean? But also, like, the message, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't matter where the message comes from. Doesn't matter the messenger. The message is clear and it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, because somebody was, you know, this guy was going back and forth with, who's a Torae supporter. So I definitely wasn't, like, we weren't beefing, but we weren't seeing eye to eye because I think sometimes people get so close-minded to a message because it's coming from a place that they don't like or respect, or artists that they don't rock with. And I'm like, yo, I could say the same thing and it reach, 6,000 people, or he could say it and it reach 6 million people. As long as the message gets out there, I think that's what's important. And, and then the conversation got back to, but what about his music? And I'm like, yo, he's a young guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they think different. They make music that sounds different, and you got to give them opportunity to grow and evolve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that was kind of where it was at. But I thought it was dope coming from 21 Savage.
Yeah, shout out to 21.
Yeah, man. Shout out to young 21. But it is still a knife on his face.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And your last name is Savage.
Last name is Savage. So
I'm not taking any peace, love, harmony advice from you.
Nah, you got to. Don't listen.
No, I will, but I won't.
On a better note, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some collaborations that's going down, some good things.
So, Hit Boy said that there's a Frank Ocean and Nas collab from 2012.
That's crazy. Hit the air horn. Nas and Frank?
Yeah,
that gotta be crazy.
The thing is, he said it's on a desktop of one of his computers and everything gets shuffled around, and he said that he lost it.
Hit Boy?
Yes.
Nah, we gotta find that. We gotta go through every computer.
Well, it's 2012, so what Mac was out in 2012?
Probably the same one I'm looking at right now. Probably this one I got right in front of me.
Yo, you got Hit Boy back.
I might have it. He's done the show a couple times, man. Yo, listen, I don't know if it's ever gonna see the light of day. I know Frank got a bunch of unreleased music. I know Nas got a bunch of unreleased music. So, just knowing that there's a joint with them together, in my mind, is crazy.
It was, it seemed they both like raved about it. It was kind of like a song like, like, to be honest with you, Jesus isn't white. It was like like that. Yeah, it was like a political song. So I think that it could come out because it's like a time, like, we kind of need that right now. And also, a lot of artists are like releasing stuff that's been on their desktops because, like, they don't want it. Like when T-Pain,
he finally dropped the album with him and Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
he was like, listen, man, I don't know if this is ever coming out, so y'all get over the Z-Share. I head on over to Z-Share and get this joint.
Dat Piff. And, Tyler, the Creator, like, he releases, like, a song that he's done, like a reject from Flower Boy every
I
couple
heard
months.
that. I like that.
So I think a lot of artists are like tired of having all of this stuff. They want more music out. So I think that, I mean, I'm sure they'll find it. If enough people like, let's make a petition.
No, I'm willing to. You can send some of the computers in my crib. I'm literally willing to shift through all of those audio files, man. If it's a .wave, .mp3, .aif, I'm gonna pull up all those. I'm gonna listen to everything. The A files, high quality, baby. High quality. Once you make your mixtape, well, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Tape's not making a tape. So, yeah, we are definitely looking forward to that, seeing the light of day. Frank and Nas, I definitely think that would be a dope collaboration. But you said it's like a political joint. I was thinking maybe like a nice feel-good summertime joint.
No, it's like it's like Jesus isn't white.
All right.
Which I think that is an argument a lot of people still have today.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, if you read the good book, it describes
I had that argument in English class.
Now, speaking of summer, Taylor, we are now on summer break. You out of school.
Yeah.
What are your plans for the summer?
Keep it a stack, keep it a buck.
Keep it a butterduck. Staying in the room.
No, I don't know. I would like to do something. It's the summer before my senior year. So, I don't know. I think I kind of want to catch up on a lot of animes. Okay. I do want to do that. I'm taking my SAT this year, so I do want to like read more books. Even though I do know like a lot of words and I used to read a lot as a kid, I do want to read more.
As a kid? Fam, you're 16.
I mean, like, as a younger person than I am now.
Got it.
Yeah, I kind of just want to, like, read more, watch more anime, maybe go outside a couple times. Yeah. Watch some more movies.
You put a job application, or 2 job applications
in. They haven't hit me back.
So you're trying to get out here in the workforce.
At Zoomies, at Vans, please.
I'll let you.
I need this money.
What do you think you'll get out of the job experience?
I think I'll get, like, good, like, relationships with people, like, you know, like, more friends. I mean, I don't know if you really, like, friends with people from work, but, like, we're all, like, relatively young, so, like, more friends, just, like, the work experience. And, like, working at Vans, I was kind of always interested in, like, the fashion, like, distribution, like, industry and, like, how, like, clothes are made and stuff like that, how they distribute it. So I think that working at Vans especially, and Zoomies, but more so Vans, I think I'll get, like, a little peek into, like, what's that's like.
Interesting. So when you first, I guess, expressed that you were thinking about getting a job and getting to work, I was like, for what?
Dad was anti-capitalism. He said, no job.
Nah, never no job, but just, I feel like where we are now in the world and with technology and with just like all these different opportunities out there, you could go work for somebody else, or you could apply that same time and energy and figure out, the things that you love to do, how to monetize those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's where I was coming from. It wasn't like, I don't want you to get a job and like, I'm rich, we're going to buy you everything, your parents or whatever. Never that. It's just more so like, now is a great time to be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've gotten nothing from me, I definitely want you to get that entrepreneurial, you know what I'm saying? Like, do it yourself, get out there, grind, own your own, run your own, answer to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you're going to put that time and effort and energy into working for anybody, you know what I'm saying, you should reap the most benefits of it. So that's really where I was coming from. It wasn't like I didn't want you to get a job. But at the same time, you do
need to start somewhere. Like, you do need money to build up that entrepreneurial thing. You do need...
You get a little loan. You know what I mean? Your mom's got you. I'm tapped out right now, but your mom's taking care of you.
No, thank you. You do need, like, even a little bit of money to start anywhere. So I'm not, like, anti-job. Like, when I grow up and maybe have kids, if my kid's like, yo, I want to get a job, I'm not going to be like, no. I mean, I'll start them like 15, 16, because I feel like it builds responsibility, it builds character, and then once they get, like, enough money, if they, like, yo, I want to, do something else. I want to make, like, robotic eyes where you could, like, watch movie in your brain. I'm going to be like, yeah, you could quit your job and do that, because I know it is, like, creative and, like...
They're going to need a lot of coin for that.
Yeah. But I don't think I was always interested in, like, business and entrepreneurial stuff.
Nah, and it's not for everybody. And I had to also kind of reel back and take that into account. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't want to run their own joint. I don't think that I thought about that, when I was 15, 16, 17. I think I was working in, like, McDonald's or something at the time. I always knew I wanted to be an artist and in the business, but it wasn't so much like I'm running my own business. You know what I'm saying? But times have changed definitely since then. And, people really out here getting it. So that's just something like, that's a seed, if you will, like I wanted to plant in the back of your mind. But I also don't want to, like rob you of the experience of working and, you know what I'm saying? Like having to clock in and having to show up late and come up with an excuse and making friends and, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that. Because I think that's also part of, character building.
It's like an integral part of growing up.
Yeah,
like the
absolutely.
first job, first paycheck.
Zoomies, holla back.
And Vans.
Vans, holla back. What do you do if you get both? Who you riding with?
Vans.
Vans?
Yeah.
Well, you better hope the people at Zoomies wasn't listening. So we'll see. We'll definitely keep you updated on Taylor's summer. Now, a lot of people, once we put out last week's episode, were asking us about being a guest on the pod. I believe we got like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying?
Who
people
are they?
Like, my homegirl, Ebony, was like, I love the daddy-daughter conversation. I would love to get on. She's somebody that I met years ago. She's part of, like, I don't want to say it wrong, but she advocates for like the overturning of certain laws where there's like unfair incarceration and mass incarceration and things like that. Her dad has been locked up for years for something stupid. Like, I know people that killed somebody, went to jail, and got out before her dad
Why
did. Like, it's crazy. I didn't say no names. I'm just saying it happened. Also, they did their time, so they good. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people that have gone in and out since, you know what I'm saying, since then. And so she asked about it. Obviously,
that's
she would
dope.
make sense.
I think that's a big thing. I know, like, anytime I log on to Mom's Netflix, it's a lot of like unfair incarceration like documentaries she be watching, and like I'll be watching some of them too, and they're like I didn't realize how like capitalistic all of like the prison system is. Like, you getting paid to
business.
Keep these people in there.
It's big business. It's cheap
they
labor.
have so many people in there that jail's getting too, like, there's no space for them.
Overcrowded. Yeah. It's just a modern day form of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just enslave people, you know what I'm saying, force them to work for you, hang them, you know what I'm saying, if they try to run away and all that. So
it's figure out,
they figured out a new way, you know what I'm saying, to still get the same cheap labor, you know what I'm saying, and hard work from people without having to pay them a fair wage. And how they did it was, having these laws put in place, you know what I'm saying, and then kind of setting a trap, if you will, in communities where people would fall victim to these things and these crimes and end up in jail. And have to perform this free labor. Like, the prison system is crazy. The privatized jails is crazy. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot to it, man. So shout out to Eb. She's been fighting for that for years, and she asked about being a guest. So maybe, but I wanted to ask, do you want to have guests on the platform?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool to have guests.
Besides Uzi, I know if Uzi walked through, we cracking the mics for Uzi. That's a fact.
Uzi's sitting right there. It's like, yeah, so how did you make Rich Forever? Like, what was the process of that? No, I think I'm down to have guests. I think I always like to meet new people and have, like, different, like, perspectives on things that I may have never thought about. And, yeah, I think having guests would be cool.
All right. Yeah.
But you can't be like, well, no, I'm not going to say that.
Nah, say it.
I don't want to be like, you can't be like have nothing going on.
Yeah, nah, you definitely can't.
But, like, if you have, like, a small, like, startup business and you want to, like, talk about a little bit.
Yo, fam, don't come on. You can't be trash, all right? If you come in on our podcast yet to be named, you know what I mean? It definitely got to make sense.
Yeah.
Man? So shout out to everybody that asked about being on the podcast and getting involved and all that. We definitely appreciate all your support. Hit that subscribe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rate, share
5
it
stars,
with your friends.
give a review on
leave
podcasts.
a comment. Yeah, leave a comment on YouTube and all of that. So I guess I want to get into, like, some of the comments outside of I want to be a guest. Just some of, like, the fans or the supporters who've hit us thus far, man. I thought that was...
all of my family members, like, text me, like, yo, you did so good on the pod. I'm like, yo, how did you know about that? This was supposed to be low-key. No, I think it's just so weird to, like, have people, like, comment, like, yo, this is so great. Because this is just, like, regular for me. Right. I'm just, like, talking to dad.
Oh, excuse me.
Wait, what? Whoa.
This is just regular. You know what I mean? We got all types of people hitting me up, showing love and all that. It's a regular Wednesday. It was goody.
No, I'm just like talking to dad about stuff. It just happens to be a microphone here. This is like regular stuff. So yeah. When, like, my old after school worker was like, yo, I remember Taylor. I'm like, but do I remember you?
Do I
remember you?
That was Kimsey. Shout out
I
to
do
Kimsey.
remember him.
Yeah, shout out to King Kimsey, man. Shout out to the whole Coney Island. Just one deep. I can't go through all of them, but I wanted to grab a few. Your daughter has my support with her Naruto shirt. Did have that Naruto.
Yeah, I
last
did it
week.
for y'all. I ain't finished Shippuden yet, but
Shout out to my man Hustle Simmons. Shout out to that whole Chicago. Dope. I hope to do this with my daughter one day. I will be supporting this. Definitely shout out to Hustle, man. Somebody who's big out there on the Chicago scene. Working with Martell right now, but he's been instrumental in so many artists' careers, from Wale to Rocky Fresh to set design. He's done a lot of big things. You know what I'm saying? So for him, and he's had a daughter recently. You know what I'm saying? So he was saying that he will hope to have this type of relationship with his daughter, which is ill. Like, we've been tight since day one.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my first child, you know what I'm saying? Like, and no matter what happened, I always tell people, when somebody else reached out about having a relationship like this with their daughter, and I always tell people, anytime I have a conversation with them, it's like, yo, it doesn't matter what happens in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, your mom and I stayed together, but we did have a point where we broke up, and this, but that never, I didn't let that relationship affect our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always going to be Torae Tayler, regardless of what. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's important. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if, you know, you have a child with somebody and they willing to let you, you know what I'm saying, like, stay in the child's life and be a part of it, no matter what happened with your relationship. And maybe I find y'all way back, maybe I don't, but I don't think that should have any bearing on your relationship with the child. If you know what I'm saying? Like, if all possible.
I was also like super young, so I don't really think it could like have a strain on our relationship, because how old was I? I was like,
You was hella young.
yeah, I was 4. I was like, yeah.
3, 4? Yeah.
I don't remember stuff when I was 4. So, like, even if you and mom did break up, what you guys did, and you guys got back together, I think that I was so young, I couldn't even, like, have an animosity towards you anyway.
But, I mean, and I still saw you every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would drop you off when she went to work. I would still take you to school, pick you up, you know what I'm saying? And she'd come pick you up after she got home from work or whatever. But, like, I knew no matter what, you know what I'm saying, like, our relationship always had to be intact, you know, because I didn't want you to have daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want you to have any type of complexes, and just anything that our actions would have a negative effect on you. I didn't want that to happen and all that, man. So I'm glad that we here. This is dope. I'm glad that we finally got this off the ground, something we have been talking about for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't watch a bunch of my other ideas end up on TV. And, you know what I mean?
Have you ever talked about those? You should just put those out there.
Side hustle. Right? So if you know anything about me, you know I'm a super hustler. You know me from rapping, or you know me from doing TV or radio or acting or running the company or whatever. So I was like, there's so many people out there. I'm giving up too much. You know what? I might need to fall back. Anyway, so Tidal got something called Side Hustle. That was kind of based off that same premise.
Where it's like rappers and like their side hustles. Again,
I'm not going to give too much because I still might do it. Somebody was like, you shouldn't fall back from it because there's like 3 different versions of female roundtable talk show on TV right now. And I was like, yeah, there's the real, there's the talk, and there's another one.
Which one? I know the real. The talk, is that the one with Jada Pinkett Smith?
Nah, she got her own thing.
That's
roundtable talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a few different, you know, variations of kind of like the same premise. So I might still dive into it. But Complex got my sneaker shopping joint.
That one was for you. That one was made for you.
Yeah.
You guys have never seen Dad's Closet, but it's big.
And that was the premise of the show. Like the sneaker, it was like lifestyles of the rich and famous for sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like going to people's house, pulling up in their closet and seeing it was in their closet. So I saw Complex is doing something like that.
Well, you can still do that because they're buying sneakers on the spot.
Nah, they doing something now in the closet.
I did see that.
I saw that recently in the closet. I was like, I think somebody got the crib bugged. Or you selling evidence? You selling information, blood?
No.
You just got finished talking about how capitalism works and you trying to get this money.
It wasn't me. I
now
swear.
you out here.
It was mom.
So,
Nina.
There's a few joints out there, but you know, this one I'm super excited about and happy with, and the feedback has been dope so far, man. After our first week, let's run through a couple more of these. Some of this love we getting out here. Henio said, I liked it. I think this shows your true colors more than on Sirius. Obviously, you have more freedom to speak your mind on the podcast. It's a great idea. Yeah, absolutely. You know, Sirius is something that I don't run or own. It's their company. It's they, you know what I'm saying? They do their thing. And I find my space within that, you know what I'm saying? But this is something that, you know, I can say.
It's yours.
Whatever I want. It's ours. I shout to Lid718, always showing support. Checked out the first episode, Bridging the Gap. Definitely helps to understand the mindset of each generation. Salute to you and the young queen. Shout to Chris, says, listen to it last night. Enjoyed it so much. Hope I can have this connection with my daughter when she gets older. Shout out to my homegirl Shayna. This is dope. My dad dreamed of me and him hosting a sports podcast before podcasts ever became a thing. Maybe we should make it happen. Yeah, Shayna, you definitely should do that. I think that would be dope. It's only right that Taylor Made be the intro for the podcast. Chris Classic said, dude, this is awesome. Dad, daughter, dope. Murs said he subscribed. Merbs is a big rap artist from Cali. He's had big records and done a bunch of things. So like
Murs.
Yeah, you out here, man. You out here. A lot of people paying attention to what you're doing. Love this. I'm 1000% daddy daughter. Esteban. You remember Esteban from Fuse?
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Esteban.
I remember that one day.
Brilliant idea. Can't wait to hear it. Miss Dukenay.
Oh, shout out Miss Dukenay.
Look at my Taylor. Tell her I said hi. Another one of your, that's even before first grade.
Hi, Miss Dukenay. That's the orange room.
Shout out to Miss Dukenay from the orange room. Kimsey, and it goes on and on and on, man. So a lot of people reached out and supported. Thank you so much. And definitely keep rocking with us, man. We're trying to bring you one of these joints every week, but we're trying to figure out the best day.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the best day is for us to drop the podcast? I'm thinking like Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, I think, you start off the week.
With
with
right?
a pod. That way we have all week to like get our information, like our stuff together, our stories, and then we could bring it to you on Sunday, like the recap of the week or like the 2 weeks. But what's the schedule right now? Right now they're coming out on Wednesdays.
It's a few other things that drop on Wednesdays, so I kind of want to stay clear, even though it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I know how people get with like, yo, I got to get this. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you want to get lost in the shuffle, especially with us being super new. You know what I'm saying? And I think our conversation being different than a lot of people, at least the perspective of the conversation being different than what a lot of people are bringing to the table. So let us know what days y'all think would be dope. Hit us up in the comments or, you know what I mean? Show us.
I kind of like Wednesday. It's like a middle of the week, like hump day. Like, you get you some snacks, get you a drink, listen to the pod.
No doubt. All right, so we'll see, man. We'll see. But definitely let us know what days y'all think is dope. So are we ready to get into Put Me On?
Yeah, let's do Put Me On. You went first last time.
I did.
So is it cool? Can I go first?
Live your life. Do your thing. So before, as you get your joint situated, let me just say, UMG, Universal Music Group, is fast, boy. I played like 20 seconds of Foxy Brown last week. As soon as I uploaded it to YouTube, I'm talking about even before, you know how like you upload something to YouTube and you get the notification saying like, yo, your video is now live?
No, because I never uploaded it. But I'm going to act like I do for the sake of the story.
That's what happens. They be like, your video is now. Yo, I got the notification from UMG before I got the live notification from YouTube.
Great. That's real.
It was dumb fast.
They team was like,
yeah, they was on it.
No.
You know, that Kirby like, me, we go crazy. That was UMG's team, man. So we're going to stay away from anything distributed by the Universal Music Group, which is unfortunate because a lot of my favorite artists is somehow tied into that, and it's a lot of music that I would love to display and put you on to.
Well, how does that work?
I don't want no smoke with them fine white folk over there. Right. You know what I mean? Please believe it, please. But we'll figure it out. You'll see what's up. So what you got for the people this week? Taylor? That's hard.
See, exactly.
That's hard.
Exactly.
So that definitely sounds like it's from across the pond?
Yes.
Is that what you say?
And there's a lot of hints in there.
Damn, what's my son's name? It's not Skepta. What's his name? RBG? BOK? JME. That's a point for me. Nah, ding me, yo.
It's not JME though.
Oh, it's not JME.
No.
Oh, who that is?
It's Skepta.
Oh,
you
that's
had
Skepta.
it right the first time.
Oh man, I blew it. That's Skepta.
Yeah.
What's the name of the joint?
Pure Water.
That's hard.
But I get why you got them confused because they are related.
They related how? Like family?
They're brothers.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Skepta is big.
Yeah, Skepta is big. Shout out the whole UK grime scene. Shout out Wiley, Frisco, Chipmunk.
And they all is that the BBK movement?
Yeah, movement.
That's like a movement. It's collective, right?
But it's all like Black Power like movement, like civil rights movement, BBK movement.
That's not quite quite the same.
Yeah, they're BBK. Boy, better know. It's like a whole like grime scene collective. Yeah.
Collective. That's a good word.
Yeah, better than movement.
Better than movement. All right, no doubt. How did you get into grime?
You know, I watched a lot of YouTube, and I found myself watching a lot of UK YouTubers, and they would like play like these tracks like in the background because they play football, which is soccer.
Right.
So like when you hit like the crossbar or like the goal, you get like a goal, whatever. They would play these grime tracks in the background. I'm like, yo, these are fire. These are hard.
This is fire.
So I would like Shazam it, and I just kind of like got into it, and like the one of the UK YouTubers that I watch, KSI, he's a UK rapper, and he happens to know JME. So like I was like, oh yeah, like their friendship is dope. Let me check out JME stuff because I like KSI stuff. I was like, yo, this is hard.
Why everything is 3 letters?
I don't know.
KSI, BBK, JME.
Yeah, and I just kind of just like, I feel like for me personally, if I become a fan of something, I kind of want to like know more about it so I don't seem like a fraud.
Yeah,
so I kind of like,
you really go into it.
I really got into it. So if somebody like, yo, name like 8 members of BBK, I could be like, done. So yeah, that's how I kind of got to grime.
That's dope. Well, that joint is hard.
Grime is cool.
I'm gonna check it out.
I'm glad grime is making its way over here because Drake.
Yeah, he tapped in.
What album was that? Playlist. It was More Life.
Yeah, More Life.
So he had like gigs and Skepta, and that's when they kind of brought that UK grime stuff over here to America. So I'm kind of excited to see grime blow up rather, to be bigger than the UK and make it to everywhere. No doubt.
I mean, all the joints that I've heard. What's the other joint you used to play?
Men Don't Care.
Yeah, Men Don't Care about all that. That joint is hard. I like that joint. So all the joints I've heard so far are ill, man. Shout out to Skepta. Like that joint. I'm a download it. You know what I mean? Pay my $1.29 and get it right in my life.
See that, Skepta? Come on the show. I got you another sale.
Come on the show. I just made you $1. All right. I'm going to get into my joint. Let's hope we don't get flagged this week. Queen Latifah. Yes, Taylor. You got it right again. That is Queen. Queen Latifah in command.
I'm 2 for 2.
You are 2 for 2. I am 0 for 2. You know what I mean? I'm out here looking like the Cavs right now, man. I gotta get it together. That's not LeBron's fault though, but that's another story. That's another argument for another day. So what do you know about Queen Latifah?
Not much.
You said that last week about Foxy and you actually knew stuff.
No, but this time, okay. I know she's in Ice Age. That's what I know her from.
No, she's in Ice Age.
That's what I know her from.
That's dope, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, having a career that spans so far.
Grease?
Was she in Grease?
Not the... or was it Hairspray?
Hairspray. She was in Hairspray.
Yeah, with the one with Zac Efron. Yeah. I know her from that. That's the only 2 things I know her from.
That's ill, though.
Oh, in that one movie...
Every time I try to get into my things, more that you know about her.
And that one movie where they like robbed like the bank and like somebody got shot at the end, and one of them went on the bus and like the cops saw her. I don't
keep going. It's the best movie description ever.
Like I didn't see all of it, but like it was 3 or 4 of them, and they like needed money, so like they tried to rob a bank and they kept on like robbing her. It was like Ocean's 11, but like Black people edition. And so one of them got shot. And it was like mad police cars. They had choppers. They got shot. And then Queen Latifah saw. And then I don't know what happened to her. I think she turned herself in. And then one of them got on the bus to like a China bus to like go wherever she was going. She like had her hood on. And she looked out the window and the white police officer man saw him. And he knew it was her, and she knew it was the police, but he let her go. That's
some 76% accurate right there, man.
Big man.
Set it off. Set it off was the movie.
Oh, Set It Off.
Set It Off was the movie. Queen Latifah did not get away. They shot the hell out of her.
Oh, she's the one that got shot. She was in the car.
She was in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, she rode until it was no riding left.
Oh, yeah. It's coming back now.
The woman that was on the bus, Jada Pinkett.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jada Pinkett.
Well, I seen that movie like a while ago, so that's weird.
Yeah.
And then there was
Jaden and Willow's mom.
Yeah.
Kimberly Elise was in it as well, and Vivica Fox.
Yeah, she was in it. Okay,
that's a great movie.
That sounds like a great cast.
I think we might need to add that to our list.
But I seen it.
Nah, you ain't see it. You ain't even You saw bits and pieces.
I just gave you 76%.
You saw dribs and drabs. Now we gonna sit down and watch the whole
more about
joint.
Queen Latifah.
Yes. Do you know where she's from?
I have 2 answers.
Yeah, I got you.
I want to say New York, or I don't know, like Jersey.
She is from Jersey. Yes, she is from Jersey, and she's she's been putting out records for a number of years. I probably should have like some stats or something. But originally signed to Tommy Boy, put out some dope music. I remember, I think the first thing I heard from her was her and Moni Love, Ladies First, crazy record. But she's gone on to do a bunch of amazing things. She had a talk show a couple of times, movies, Broadway, put on other artists like Naughty by Nature, and headed up Flavor Unit with her partner Sha Kim, and they still doing amazing things to this day. A lot of things that you still see on TV and hear on the radio came through that camp, man. So I wanted to put you up on.
I have a question about
Queen
that.
Latifah, a.k.a. Dana Owens. What's the question?
That's like, I think like people like Queen Latifah and like a lot of like female rappers. Well, no, I'm just gonna say Queen Latifah for right now. But I like, obviously she's talented. I'm not saying she's not talented. I'm not saying she can't rap. But I just don't get why they were so big. Like, was it like a cultural thing? Like, y'all needed that during that time? Like, what was like the thing that made her big? Because I remember I was watching an award show, like a BET award show, and she got like not mogul award, like she got like icon award. But like
that
I
was
feel
Revolt.
like it was a Revolt thing. But I feel like I don't.
You didn't get it. You don't get it. Well, I think a few things. Like when you kind of looking back at something, it's kind of hard to grasp it as opposed to living through it. Like living through it and seeing her impact. And there weren't not a lot of female MCs at that point, and especially not ones that rise to those heights. You know what I'm saying? As far as making records that translated and hit radio and resonated with people and sold a bunch of records, and it was a bunch of different things, you know. And then she was really smart early on, and just understanding how to diversify her brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she took it to where not a lot of artists were able to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's definitely somebody who should be recognized as an icon, a mogul, a trailblazer, and whatever other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all these different titles that you can put on somebody. She's done it all. You know what I'm saying? She's done it all, and she's done it really, really well. Movies with Steve Martin to, you know, Chicago on Broadway and selling that out to having a talk show and then having a talk show again. You know what I'm saying? And like signing artists under her imprint umbrella and just doing mad stuff, producing movies and all of that. Because there were, like, you can name probably on your hands the amount of artists, male or female, that have been able to do that.
I think more and more artists are doing that, so it is going to be, like, a lot more people that you can name. But I feel like when you guys, not you guys, but, like, when people in general have, like, conversations about rappers and, like, female rappers, she doesn't come up. And neither does Foxy Brown. That's why I was so confused last week, too.
I think when it comes to, like, who people's favorite are, like, favorite songs or lyricists and things of that nature, that's a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Foxy should always come up in every conversation when you're talking about females because she just got busy. But, you know, I guess a lot of people will kind of take points away, if you will, because she didn't write all her stuff. You know, same with Latifah. But Latifah was so much more than just a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was somebody who came in, she spoke for women, she spoke out against abuse, she spoke high on Afrocentricity, and she just did so much. It's kind of hard to explain it because I lived through it, you know what I'm saying? But like empowering messages and empowering women, and then the song Unity, who you calling a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. She's dope. We got to go through some more of her catalog. You know what I'm saying?
Out
so you can
Queen Latifah.
Hear the music and understand it. But, you know, again, from her to go from that space to putting out the jazz album, the singing album, and, you know, just doing it all. Literally doing it all, man. She's definitely super duper ill.
Yeah. I think
Queen Latifah, if you want to come on the show, you know what I mean, and tell Taylor why she need to put some respect on it. You know what I mean?
I'm not disrespecting it. I think it's just easier for you to like see why she's so important. She's an icon because you lived through it.
Like your kid's gonna be like, "What was the big? So what's so big about Tyler the Creator?" And you be like, "Oh my God, he started with no label and he created OF, and then he got his own. You know what I'm saying? He did this, and he did merch, and they sold all types of merch, and he did a deal with Converse, and he started making furniture, and it'll be that same.
Yeah,
it'll be that same.
I think it is easier to call somebody an icon when you live through it rather than being a bystander and like having to like read about it or be told about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Living through it is always the best way to, you know what I'm saying, get it and understand. And I believe that is it for this week, Taylor.
That's all.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You think this is better than the first episode?
Yeah, I think we're getting better. We try to get better with every episode.
Are we? Are we getting into a groove?
Yeah, I am. I don't know about you.
Oh, wait, no. Before we go, we got to read off our names because we don't have a name for this show yet. Pull up my joints.
So while Dad is pulling up his, we were supposed to come up with 5. I only got 3 because I do not work well under pressure.
You had a whole week, beloved.
That's pressure. So one of mine is The Daily Conversation, which a lot of people commented. It was like, yeah, you guys should do that one. Okay. I like that one because that was like the start of it for Dad. It's kind of like everything come full circle. Like that was your first project. Now it's your first podcast. And we can have more firsts.
Okay.
The second one is I Ain't Gonna Hold You.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Which means a lot to me as a New Yorker.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, Taylor. I don't know how I feel about that title.
Really?
I ain't gonna hold you. No, I just had to use it in context so people understand.
For people that don't know, I ain't gonna hold you means like I'm not gonna like hold you from the truth. Like I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not gonna waste your time.
I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm gonna tell you what I know. I'm gonna tell you everything that's important. I'm gonna tell you this, and that, and you're gonna leave feeling informed. So it's a New York classic, New York staple. I'm not gonna hold you. I go for bacon, egg, and cheese right now. Like that's how you
bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Don't eat that stuff. It's bad for you.
Yeah. And then the last one I got it's kind of trash. I got TC squared because my name is Taylor Carr. Dad name is Torae Carr. Squared. Because it's two of us.
Yeah, it is fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that one is wild trash. I don't know though. I want to see how people...
mom in the back like, yeah, that's the one. I'm like, yeah, you sure? That like it's garbage.
I mean, we might come up with something better.
Mom's still amping me. Maybe we'll do like a poll. Let us know if you want one of my 3, if you want one of Dad's 3, if you got your own, if TC squared is trash.
Don't hurt my daughter's feelings.
It's already hurt. You said it's trash.
My bad. You're right. All right, let me see. Let me go through some of my titles. Where the hell are they? Okay, here we go. Possible titles. Word for word. Because, like, when I was a kid, your parent be like, don't go word for word with me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
You heard that before?
Yeah.
Oh, from who?
Mom.
Oh, all right. I know. I ain't say it. Don't go word for word. So I thought it would be like a nice play on
But I'm
that.
just explaining myself.
Yeah, but you can't explain yourself because you don't pay no bills.
But
there's nothing to explain.
This is for another episode.
Daily conversations in there as well. Family business. I had hashtag family business in last week's post, and a lot of people.
Family matters. Can we use that?
Family matters. Yeah. I mean, we got to see if it's available. Twinning.
No, because I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of those comments. Mini me, she look just like you. I don't look like him. He don't look like me.
All right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna read that one aloud. That's
no, you got.
I gotta go do it.
Yeah.
Like father, like Tay. Garbage.
No.
Oh man. No pause necessary.
I think that's like an inside joke between us. So I kind of like it, but like, it's
translate.
Yeah.
No pause.
Well, I know like a lot of people around your age group know what pause means.
Yeah, pause. But yeah, so Taylor always gets at me because I say pause after certain things, and she's like, "Come on, like you don't got to say pause. Like we get it. You're straight. It's okay.
We know.
We heard. So no pause necessary. I'm the dad. She's the daughter. No, shakes head. No. That's it. The car show with Torae and Taylor.
That was cool. But I feel like when I hear the car show, I feel like we should be in a car.
I mean, listen, season 2.
We got the little
yeah, the laugh mics, we get busy, ride around, get it. So yeah, let us know your thoughts, your ideas. Leave us a comment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. You can let us know what day you think makes sense, but you kind of want to stick to Wednesdays?
Wednesdays is cool. I'm also good with Sundays.
Sunday, I think Sunday, Monday. I think Monday. Monday's a good day.
Yeah.
Sunday, between Sunday and Monday.
There's nothing in between Sunday and Monday.
That is a fact.
Smatterday?
That is a Smatterday. Now that's between Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be back next week. We'll figure out a day. We will let you know. Thank you for rocking with us. Like, subscribe, rate, comment, download, follow, share. Anything else you need to do?
Just keep on listening, keep on supporting. Share it with your friends, share it with your kids, your wife.
Listen
your
with
animals.
Your kids.
Listen, it's summertime, barbecue. I know barbecue season is popping. Play the pod during a barbecue.
That's definitely not a good idea.
What? Why not?
We want to hear a bunch of talking, man. You better put on love is the message.
Yeah, just keep on rocking.
That's it. Keep on rocking. We out. Peace and love.
Yeah.